Now, you guys all know Elizabeth Snake Warren. Now, Elizabeth Warren is a snake, as you guys all know. She has also been nowhere to be found, really. I haven't really seen her. Bernie Sanders was on the Senate floor flaming for the senators for trying to get rid of the unemployment clause that he had placed into the bailout bill and the stimulus package. So Elizabeth Warren has been nowhere to be found, but that is actually something that I'm not mad about. I hate Elizabeth Warren. I don't want to listen to Elizabeth Warren. I don't want to see Elizabeth Warren. I can't wait to donate to her primary candidate. I can't wait to promote her primary candidate as much as possible. So she's a narcissist. All right, but we're going to get into that. So this is the Team Warren account. Now, the crucial piece to understand about this account is it's an official campaign account. As you can see here, it says official campaign account. All right, this is the Team Warren Twitter account. All right, it says we're starting a new phase of our grassroots movement. Right now, that means working to ensure we put people first in solving the coronavirus outbreak and the economic crisis in the short term and rebuilding our economy in the long term. We're calling it Warren Democrats, a movement of voters, candidates, and leaders who believe in the power of bold, inclusive reform to root out corruption in government and put power in the hands of people. We believe America can come out of this crisis stronger than before, but only if we rally around candidates like Elizabeth Warren who support bold solutions rather than temporary fixes and short-term deals. We will not only work to re-elect Warren to the Senate, we will elect Democrats up and down the ballot who share our vision, mobilize people to support those candidates and these ideas, and continue to build the grassroots movement that Elizabeth Warren inspired. So, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life. And the reason why I'm not even having that big of a reaction right now, first of all, I've already seen this, but it's because I already know what she's trying to do and I know who she is. So she is a brutal narcissist who only wants to create a cult of personality, the same way every other authoritarian dictatorship, dictator sort of created their own cult of personality, whether it be Mussolini or whoever else. And I'm not comparing her to them. I'm just saying that they all have these cult of personalities, right? And so that's what she's creating. And so the only trend you see really in these tweets is the name Elizabeth Warren. So it's called Warren Democrats. Incredible. It's a stupid name, by the way, because anytime you attach a name to something, you immediately lose a bunch of potential people that could join in, right? So Warren Democrats ain't getting any Bernie supporters off the bat. You know what I mean? So stupid. But Bernie Sanders didn't create Bernie Democrats. He created our revolution. All right. Because Bernie Sanders isn't a narcissist. Elizabeth Warren, all she cares about is Elizabeth Warren. So as there's basically an election going on between somebody who supports Medicare for all and the other person who said he would veto it if it came to his desk, is going on, she decided to stay out of it. She decided, I'm not going to take part in this election and endorsing anybody. So that tells me who she is, right? And so all she cares about is Elizabeth Warren. That's literally it. That's all she cares about. Elizabeth Warren, okay? That's all she cares about. It's called Warren Democrats. As you can see, @eWarren, Warren Democrats. And so I think she's just jealous of Bernie Sanders and sort of the big following that he has had in the movement that he's created. And I think she's trying to garner the same thing. Unfortunately, it's not going to work because the people who are Warren supporters are kind of just fake feminists who are Democratic centrists. And so you're not really going to get anywhere with that, to be honest. It's a small subset that is very loyal to the Democratic Party. But other than that, it's really hilarious to me because it's leaders who believe in power of bold, inclusive reform to root out corruption in government. Bro, and put power in the hands of people. Dude, Elizabeth Warren had the biggest super PAC of the race. The biggest single super PAC of the Democratic primary. She raised $15 million. Okay, that super PAC raised $15 million. As I reported to you guys, the vast majority of that money came from one human being. $14.5 or $14.6 million to that Persist PAC came from one person, a private physician. Okay, and then Elizabeth Warren, as we know, waffled on Medicare for all. I think that's because her kid is a big healthcare exec. There's no real rooting out corruption in government. It's more like we all are all about it. We all hail Elizabeth Warren. All hail Elizabeth Warren. All hail Elizabeth Warren. Everyone get down on your knees. Pray to Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren is God. That's what they want to do here. Elizabeth Warren is a slimy shyster. She's a fake and a fraud. She has no principles. She is a serial liar. She pretended to be Native American her whole life when in reality she's a lying bitch. She's a total fraud. She doesn't care about the issues. She's a clown, not someone to be taken seriously. And so we need to start vetting a primary challenger. If there's anybody who's like a serious primary challenger, dude, like, oh man, I would love it if you run. I'm definitely donating to your campaign. We'll try to promote you as much as I possibly can. But I hate Elizabeth Warren with every fiber of my being. She's a horrible backstabber, She's a piece of shit. And she's a disgusting and sort of vile human being, essentially. And yeah, man, another move into narcissism for Elizabeth Warren, eh?